Hello, first graders, and welcome back. This is week 12, day 2/4. For today's lesson, all you need is your thinking cap and your listening ears. The rest of the materials that you'll need today will depend on which performance task you choose. So for now, just bring your brain. Then we'll gather what other materials you need during your independent work time. Sound good? All right, let's get started then with a little self-care video from Pins and Nettie. Today's video is called Blanket Fort. While we're watching the video, I want you to think about this question. What other games have you played to pass the time while staying at home?
Nettie! Pins! Where could those two hedgies be? Pins? Nettie? Is that you? Oh my goodness! What are you doing in there? A blanket fort sleepover? Wow! That sounds like the most amazing thing ever! Come in? Me? Well, don't mind if I do. Wow! It's even cooler than I thought it would be. So, what do we do in here? Nothing? Huh. Okay. It is quite comfy and cozy in here, isn't it? I think I get it. All you need for a blanket fort sleepover to be amazing is a blanket fort. I guess it's time for the sleepover part, huh? Good night, Nettie. Good night, Pins. Sweet dreams.
What a fun blanket fort! Now tell me, what other games have you played to pass the time while staying at home? That sounds fun. Now that we've had some time to share and talk about self-care, let's jump into today's lesson.
Nest!
Today's learning target says, I can choose and get started on my performance task. You have written a wonderful expert bird riddle. So now it's time to take that expert bird riddle and create a performance task. You will have two options. It's sort of like when we had a performance task in Module 2 with our Sun, Moon, and Stars poem. You got to choose whether you performed the poem or illustrated the poem. Today, we'll make a choice for our performance task for our riddle. Performance task menu. Congratulations! You have finished learning about birds and how their bodies help them survive. You have become bird experts. It's time to show what you've learned in your performance task. Choose either option 1 or option 2. Create your project and share it with someone. If you have internet access, share your performance task on social media using the hashtag #WeAreCrew and follow along to see what other classrooms are doing. Friends, you have truly done an amazing job. And now it's time for you to choose option 1 or option 2. Option 1 is in blue. It says Expert Bird Riddle Video Performance. Can you read that with me? Expert bird riddle video performance. Now, option 2 says expert bird scientific art. Read that with me. Expert bird scientific art. You'll choose between one or the other. Let's first look at what option 1 is. Option 1, expert bird riddle video performance. Create a video in which you read aloud your expert bird riddle. Materials. You'll need smartphone, tablet, or computer that you can record your video on. You'll need your expert bird riddle. And you'll need your expert bird scientific drawing. The one that we did in week 10. It's in your EL workbook. Once you have your materials, you're ready for step 1, 2, 3, and 4. Step 1 says, decide. Decide whether you want to read your riddle with or without motions. If you choose to use motions, think about the motions your class used when singing the songs Birds in the Wilderness and Amazing Birds. These can help you choose motions to match your words in your riddle. Step 2. Identify an adult to record your riddle reading. Step 3. Record your riddle using a smartphone, tablet, or computer with the help of an adult. Remember to read aloud in a strong, clear voice. Step 4. Share your recorded riddle video performance. I'm going to revoice these instructions in my own words. You will gather your materials. You'll decide if you want to read the riddle with or without motions. You'll ask a grown-up to help. Your grown-up will record you performing your riddle, and then you'll share it with your class or on social media. This is option 1. Now let's take a peek at option number 2. Option 2 has a lot on the page, so try your best to follow along with me. Expert bird scientific art. Create another scientific image of your expert bird to help readers see what your riddle describes. Materials. Your expert bird riddle, your expert bird scientific drawing, your expert bird research notebook, the expert bird scientific art sheet, assorted art materials, pencil, crayons, colored pencils, markers, paint, watercolors, clay, sculpting dough, colored paper, feathers, yarn, or tissue paper, eraser, glue stick, or tape, and scissors. Now, you don't need all of these materials, but you could decide which materials you do need. You also might want a smartphone, tablet, or computer. Now, you'll notice that one of these materials is in blue, the Expert Bird Scientific Art Sheet. This is a clickable sheet that will take you to a document that will help you complete your Expert Bird Scientific Art. If you choose option 2, after you watch this video, you'll need to contact your teacher and ask for the Expert Bird Scientific Art Sheet link. That way you have all the materials you need. Once your materials are gathered, you can complete steps 1 through 4. Step 1. Read your expert bird riddle and think about images that would match your descriptions of the bird. For each fact, ask yourself, what is the shape of the bird's body and head? What do the bird's feathers look like? What does the bird's beak look like? What do the bird's feet look like? Step 2. Write or copy over your riddle onto your Expert Bird Scientific Art Sheet. That's what this blue link is, the art sheet. Step 3. Illustrate your riddle. Here's the fun part. You can create either a drawing, a 3D dimensional model using clay or Play-Doh, You can find online images to help you illustrate your riddle, or you can copy and paste online images into a digital form of your riddle. And step 4, share your illustrated riddle with someone by reading it out loud and displaying the illustrations as you read. Let me revoice the instructions for option 2. First, you'll gather your materials, including your art sheet. Next, you'll read your riddle and think about what your illustration is going to look like. Step 2, you're going to write your riddle onto the art sheet. Step 3, you'll illustrate your riddle on the art sheet, or you'll create a 3D model or an online image. And 4, you're going to share your illustration with someone. You may have noticed that both of these options require a little bit of help from a grown-up. So as you're choosing and deciding which one you think is best, make sure that you consult a grown-up that's in your house. That way they can help you from start to finish. Today's independent work, there's 2 parts. Part 1, choose if you want to complete option 1, a video, or option 2, an illustrated model. Number 2, ask a grown-up to help you get started on your performance task. Rewind this video to your option instructions. So let's say you go grab your dad and you ask your grown-up, hey, can you help me pick between option 1 or 2? You'll need to rewind this video so that you can see the pages for 2 and 1. You do not have to complete your performance task today. It just says get started. You'll need to choose which one and get started. Once you have completed these 2 things, you have met your target. Today's target says, I can choose and get started on my performance task. We'll be working on our performance task all through this week and possibly next week too, so there's no big rush. I hope you have fun going over your options with a grown-up, trying to decide which one is just right for you. I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.